Welcome to part 11 of the Runabout USS Ganges build-up. Finally, all of the painting has been finished that I can do for the moment. There is still a little bit left to do, but I can't really do that until such time that the actual model has been put together. Reason being on that one is the fact that we've got some panel shading that's going to need to be done at the bottoms of the ship, sort of down this end here and around there, and also on the other side too. And I'm also thinking about painting the doors a slightly darker colour as well, just to kind of help separate them from the rest of the ship, I guess. So I can't do those until such time that the ship has been put together, and I've got rid of all the seams. Once that's been done, I can then go back in and do the rest of those little bits. But it's not too bad now. As you can see there, we've got the different colours in on the hull, down the sides there, and also around that section there. And there's also some up here as well. We've also got a little band that goes across there. And it's looking exactly the same on the other side, where we've just got different colours coming through. And then also down at the front of the ship as well, you can see around there we've got a few colours coming in. As I say, there will be a few more. By the time we've got the bottom section put on, we'll be able to put a few more in around that end. And then again, we've also got the same there on that side, so we've got a few there. And we've also got this one up here as well, and we've also got that little arrow there pointing upwards that has been done in a different colour. So all that's left on this really to do now is get the lighting installed. I still need to add the anti-collision light there. I also need to get the LED strips in there as well for the lighting of the cockpit, and I also need to go in and do the lighting for the rear cabin as well. Once that's done, I'll then be able to go in and sort the windows out and get the windows put in, and also into the front there as well. Now, thank you to Colin from the UK Styrene Addiction Forum. He has suggested that I use a product called PETG. So it's a bit like Perspex, only a lot thinner. I mean, this is, I think, about 1 mil thick. And it comes with a protective film on either side of it, which is good. And this stuff, if it's heated up slightly, will actually bend to curves. I mean, obviously, as Carwin said, don't put a direct heat on this, because otherwise it will bubble and blister. But if you just rest this on a metal surface and have the heat coming from underneath the metal surface, that will be enough just to get that to bend and conform to this part here, because it has got a curve to it, or an angle to it, shall I say. So I will leave the protective film on this on both sides until such time that I've got that done, and then I'll be able to curve that around, put that in place, and take the protective film off. And I'll also be able to do exactly the same as well for these parts, for these windows there, and also the windows around the back and the side, and the same down that side as well. Once the windows are in place, I'll then be able to put the interior resin kit in, and hopefully, keep fingers crossed, I won't have any fit issues with that area at all. One of the things that I am going to do before I put the glass in is give this a good coat of the semi-gloss varnish, just to help bring that down, and also so I can get all of the decals on there too. So as soon as I got some more work made to this, as soon as I got some more work done to this, I will come back to you. Okay, so made some more progress to the model. As you can see there, we've got the crew quarters in, and we've also got the cockpit area in, and we've also got the transporter room in. We've also got the anti-collision lights in place as well, in the front there. Now, there was a small groove that was cut out on the bottom section of this floor for the wires to run through. Now that does help, because that part there that runs underneath the transport room is kind of a U shape, so it means we can get the wire through there without having to cut anything else out, which is great. So that's that bit sorted. We've also got the anti-collision light installed for the upper section, and we've also now got the wires installed, the lights installed for the cockpit, and we've also got the lights installed on that side as well for the crew quarters. All I need to really do at the moment is just go in and tidy up all those wires, because they are, well, as you can see, they are a bit of a jumbled mess at the moment. So I just need to go in and get those all tidied up. I've purposely left them like that at the moment whilst I've been testing. There's no point in tidying it up all up until I'm happy that everything's working. So all I need to do is get all those wires tidied up now, and then just test it again just to make sure everything is spot on, and then I can go to sorting the windows out. So as soon as I made some more progress, I will come back to you. Okay, so we've made quite a bit of progress now. We've got the first decal down on the hull. I'm just still waiting for that to dry before I put another coat of clear coat over the top, just to help seal that and protect it. I've actually also gone in and painted, not painted, I've put in some microcrystal clear into the grille. That's still actually drying at the moment, so it is just a little bit washed out. So I think that's going to take about another 24 hours really before that's set solid. I've got all the interior lighting in. Now you're not really going to see it too well in this level of light, because I did want the lighting in the kit to be fairly sort of dark, really, to be fair. And I've actually achieved that as well. So in normal conditions you can't really see, you can see a glow, but you can't really see a massive glow. I'm going to need to tweak the lights at this end here for the transport room, because they are a bit too dark, and I think I might just need to reposition the light that's actually on the edge here to shine down a bit more, because that's not actually sort of shining through the lighting panels properly. But apart from that, it's not looking too bad. I mean, I've got this set up as a test so I can just see what's happening. So I just thought I'd share this with you, because it is quite intriguing. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just zoom right out, and then I'll drop the camera right down as well. And then what I'll do is I'll turn out some of the lights, or I'll turn all the lights out actually. There we go. Let's drop it down a little bit more. And then if I just position that, I think the side view is actually quite good through this window here. So I'll just start turning some lights off. There you go. So you can just barely see the light coming through. So I'll just zoom in. And there you can see, just sort of barely really. Let's just see if we can tilt that around a little bit. There you go. So you can see the little figure that's in there, just about. So if I just turn that around completely, the lights might blink about a bit because nothing's set in stone at the moment here. So if we just turn around there, the little man as well does need to be moved into a different position as well, because you're only seeing really from there his shoulders, so I just need to put him in a different position. I mean, if he was to be off the stand and sort of looking at an angle, you would be able to see him, but that's not looking too bad, I don't think. And then if we just turn around to this side, you'll see what I mean by the transporter room. Just zoom out a second so we can find where we are. So the transporter room is just there, and that's, as I say, just a bit too dark really. That's one of the front windows for the cockpit, and the other one is about there, so you can't really see that in this light level. So if I just turn that back round again, so there's a lot of moving about here. Okay, so this is the cockpit, and you can just see the little man there with his head poking above. So it's actually looking quite good. What I'll do is I'll just take you off the stand and get you in for a bit of a close-up. So let's just unzoom the camera there. There you go. So you can actually now see in there. You can also see some of the detail that's been picked up there as well. So that's looking quite good. And then if we just come around the side and just peek in through that window, there you go, you can actually see some of the lights there on the cockpit doors. And then if we just zoom around there, and then you can see the little guy there at the front. And then if we look to this window, sorry, excuse me, this is the transporter room, and as I say, the light in there is just a little bit too dark at the moment. I do need to readjust those the angles on those. But if I just turn this back round again, whoop. Okay, that's it. As I say, the lights are a little bit dodgy at the moment. So there you go, that's inside. And then if we just pan around to this side, you'll see him again, and you can see some of the detail coming through on those windows. And you got the bunk beds in there, and then just on the other side of the wall behind him, there you go, just above that chair there, you can see the computer console. And there's the little man deep in thought. And then if we just come around the other side and take a look at it through this side, you can see the chairs there, and then you can see the little man from the other side there. So I'm just trying to do this from an angle that I'm not used to. Hopefully you should. Yeah, just there on the wall, you can just about see it. The replicator that's just coming off the wall there. But that's not looking too bad, as you can see there, the lighting panels. So the lighting is quite good, as I say. I mean, it does give me the kind of glow that I want. And I think it is in scale really for the model. But there you go. So that's, I'll just get you back on the stand. So that's what's that. Oh, sorry, I put my teeth back in. That's what that's looking like at the moment. As I say, nothing in there is cemented in stone at the moment. So I just need to go in and just play around with the LEDs and just try and get those sorted out and get those correct. I would like a little bit more light coming down the front here, if possible. And as I say, I just need to go in and sort the LED strip out for the transport room, just to try and help get that lit up a bit better. But apart from that, it's not looking too bad. So I mean, that was a fairly good go really for the lighting for the first time, seeing as it is a bit of guesswork at the moment. I'm happy with the main cockpit. The lighting on that is actually really good, so I'm happy with that. It's, as I say, it's just the transport room and the back end there that I just need to work on a little bit more, just to get the light level right. So that's about it for the moment, guys. I will come back to you when I got some more progress. So I will talk to you in a while. Well, I've got some more progress made to the model. It's at that stage where we can start bolting all the sub-assemblies on it, which is absolutely fantastic. It's going to be a bit of a novelty to do that. Well, we've got all of the PEGT plastic in for the windows. I've purposely left the inner film in place at the moment whilst I'm still building it. When it's got to that point where I can put the cockpit and the crew quarters in, I'll just take that off just to reveal the windows. We've also got the registry number in at the front now, which is good. The whole kit's been recoated with a clear varnish just to help to seal the decals in. With the front window, to get the curve that's on that, rather than using a piece of metal to warm this up on and then bending it with a ruler, what I did do was I placed the piece of plastic into a bowl of hot water with the metal ruler, and that softened the plastic up just enough for me to be able to get that angle into it. The first time I did it, I got the angle a bit too sharp really, so I had to go back in again and pull that angle pull the angle out slightly. And when I test fitted it the second time, as luck would have it, that conformed to the angle there absolutely perfectly. There was no need to adjust it any further, so that was absolutely fantastic. I'm glad that that was done fairly quickly. On the inside with the lighting, I've had to add another couple of strips of LED tape in there. What I've basically done is I've concertinaed those to help concentrate the lights into those little areas. The reason why I've had to do that is because although the light levels was virtually spot on, I didn't have full coverage of the lights in the cabin. So I've just had to go back in and add some more lights in there. Now obviously that had the effect of making the rear cabin even brighter. So I've added a 670R resistor to help bring those back down again. It's a little bit brighter than I really wanted it, but it still does look okay. So I'm happy with the effect that I've achieved on that one. And then in the transporter room, again, I've added another strip of LED tape in there, and again I've concertinaed it as well to help increase the light levels coming through the windows. I just need to add the 680R resistor on those as well to bring those down to the level. The front ones I was happy with anyway, so I've left those as is, but this one as well I've had to raise up off the hull of the ship. So they've been raised, I think, by about a centimetre at the front, and then most probably I think about 2 centimetres at the rear actually, because it's the top of the hull has got that gentle curve to it. So I think when I first put those in, the lights were actually shining sort of towards the back rather than sort of straight down. So that's sorted out. All I need to really do is just go in and get all of these wires tidied up, and also install the warp nacelles and their wings, and get all of those wires soldered up and everything. And then I'll be able to get the cockpit and the rear cabin in place. And then once that's done and all the lights working, I'm just going to check all the lights again to make sure that everything's working properly. And then once that's done, I'll then be able to glue the bottom half of the ship on, and hopefully that will sort of go on without any problems. So I just need to keep my fingers crossed on that one. I've test fitted it a number of times and I've not really had any problems. It's been a bit fiddly trying to get everything in line, but hopefully we'll be able to get that in pretty much for first time and buttoned up without any problems. So I'm going to come back to you in, I believe it's part 12, and hopefully in that section we'll be able to see the nacelles and the wings being buttoned on, and all the windows being revealed properly with the interior kit going in too. So I will come back to you in the next video. So until then, thanks for watching, and please do take care.